It started with a function that was set to be organized in Ramjas College, where JNU student Omar Khalid was also invited, which led to a clash at Ramjas College, post which it was Gurmehar Kaur, a martyr's daughter, who's become the face of the Patriot Wars being played out, because you had ABVP and ISA clashing. She said, "I'm not afraid of ABVP." She's pulled out of the campaign today morning, but the student protest continues. Going across to Gaurav Sawant, who's joining us from Delhi University. Campus politics at its worst, it seems, Gaurav, because today morning you have the NSUI, Congress student wing, and also the left student wing planning protest, one from the college that you're standing at Khalsa.
Student politics actually peaking at Delhi University. I'm outside Khalsa College. This is a special broadcast where we will be covering Patriot Wars, our top focus story. And it's not just student politics, it's big politicians, union ministers, chief ministers, national politicians who are all weighing in. So while student politics is at the forefront of it, this is as much about freedom of expression and what constitutes freedom of expression, that big debate. Now, let me quickly first cut across and listen in to Union Minister Nitin Gadkari, who's saying that the BJP is not against Muslims, the BJP or the nation is against terrorists, and those who are equating the two are the ones who are making a big mistake. We'll get you more about all the action on ground zero. There is massive police deployment, as you can see all around me. More on that, but first, let's quickly listen in to Nitin Gadkari.
गडकरी जी, जब यहाँ पर चुनाव आया है तो राहुल गांधी और अखिलेश यादव ये कह रहे हैं कि हम तो कहते हैं कि इंसान की औलाद है, इंसान बनेगा, और भारतीय जनता पार्टी और उसके नेता नफरत फैला रहे हैं, ध्रुवीकरण की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
देखो, पहली बात तो ऐसी है कि जाति के आधार पर, संप्रदाय के आधार पर हम कोई राजनीति नहीं करना चाहते। हमने जो भी योजनाएं नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में बनाई, वो सब समाज के लिए बनाई है, सब जात पंथ धर्म भाषा बोलने वाले के बनाई है। हम समाज को लड़ाना भी नहीं चाहते। हम जरूर है कि हम आतंकवादियों के जरूर खिलाफ है, हम मुसलमानों के खिलाफ नहीं है, दलितों के खिलाफ नहीं है। उन सबको साथ में लेकर सबका साथ सबका विकास, यही हमारा कार्यक्रम है, और इसी से हम गरीबी, भुखमरी और बेरोजगारी से मुक्ति दिलाना चाहते हैं। यही हमारा संकल्प है।
A seminar at the prestigious Ramjas College in Delhi University's North Campus sparked off the current round of agitation, and the battle lines are very clearly drawn. This isn't just a simple debate about freedom of expression. This is much more. You're hearing not just Nitin Gadkari, but you'll also listen in to what the Aam Aadmi Party has to say, what the Congress has to say, what the left has to say, and it's all national politicians who are weighing in. But in all of this, that 20-year-old girl who first tweeted, who first brought out her angst about war with Pakistan, she's now withdrawn from this campaign. We're talking about young Gurmehar Kaur, a soldier's daughter. Her father made the supreme sacrifice of his life fighting Pakistani terrorists in the Kupwara sector immediately after the Kargil war. And now she's saying she's withdrawing from this agitation. I want to get you more. She's tweeted, and I quote, "I'm withdrawing from the campaign," she says. "Congratulations everyone. I request to be left alone. I said what I had to say. One thing is for sure, next time we will think twice before resorting to violence or threats, and that's all this is about." I have been through a lot of this in my 20 years could take. The campaign is about students, not about me. Please go to the march in huge numbers. Best of luck. To anyone questioning my courage and bravery, I've shown more than enough. Meanwhile, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is also scheduled to meet the Lieutenant Governor later today and discuss the rape and death threats that this young girl allegedly received.
वैसे दिल्ली में रामजस कॉलेज में की घटना के बारे में मैंने पुलिस कमिश्नर से स्वयं बातचीत की है, और यह मैंने कहा है कि पूरी सावधानी बरती जाए, और कहीं पर भी किन्हीं छात्रों के साथ कुछ गड़बड़ी न हो, संयत तरीके से ही कदम उठाए जाएं स्थिति को संभालने के लिए। और मैं बराबर अपनी दिल्ली पुलिस कमिश्नर के कांटेक्ट में मैं रहा हूं।
And is this just restricted to Delhi? That's the big question. Or is this happening across the country? And I want to quickly cut across to India Today's Ilma Hassan, who joins us with the latest from Delhi. I have Vidya, who joins us from Mumbai. And we also have Manogya Loiwal, who joins us from Kolkata. But Ilma, coming to you first, take us through the battle lines that are very clearly drawn, because the left-wing students' unions, the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party Students' Union, they insist this is about freedom of expression. This is about freedom to say what you will without threat of rape, murder, violence. On the other hand, the ABVP, when it took out the Tiranga Yatra, they insisted that this is Kanhaiya Redux. Every year, there is a new bogey that is floated. So give us the latest.
Exactly, you're exactly right, Gaurav. You know, the Patriot Wars that we saw over a year ago in JNU campus, it's just repeating itself here in Delhi University, and it's taking an ugly political turn. The campus, Delhi University North Campus, has been tense ever since Wednesday, when the violence broke out outside Ramjas College, and now it's taking an ugly political turn in the sense that today we will be having different student political parties all protesting in North Campus. So since morning we've been here, and there has been high security even outside Khalsa College, where you are presently standing, Gaurav. I'm outside the arts faculty right now, where the NSUI, Congress's NSUI, will be coming here to protest. We're expecting people to come here shortly at about 11 o'clock. They're also going on a day-long hunger strike, following which there will be a mashal. So we have that happening here outside Khalsa College. There will be the left student wing, which is also going to have a march, have a protest outside Khalsa College. Gurmeer Kaur was supposed to join them. She became the face of this anti-ABVP movement that had started, but she did retract. But we're still expecting a lot of people coming in strong numbers, Gaurav.
Okay, Vidya, is this restricted to just the Jawaharlal Nehru University last year, or Delhi University this year, or is this also a big issue in Mumbai?
Well, Gaurav, you know, it was in 1994 that student elections were banned in Maharashtra, and 20 years is a long time to kill really any kind of an activism, especially student activism. That's the reason why we really don't see much of activism. Apart from the fact that since the following year, from June, there will be elections, student elections that will be happening in Mumbai and Maharashtra because of the new amendment in the University Act that has been...
Stay with me for a moment, Vidya. Let's quickly cut across and listen into Union Minister Venkaiah Naidu.
Terrorist, Opportunistic Alliance. This has been the double standards, double speak of the Congress party. It's hanging on the Congress. And
there Venkaiah Naidu hitting out at P. Chidambaram's statement, saying, why make statements that will only embolden anti-national forces, which the BJP government insists is not even true. Kashmir is not lost. The army chief's statement was only a word of caution to youngsters not to join stone pelters and protesters. Why is it that politics on Kashmir is taking center stage? And I want to cut across to Manogya Loiwal, who's joining us from Kolkata. Manogya, student politics always considered big in Kolkata, but given the fact that these slogans that were only heard by separatists in Kashmir, is there an attempt to mainstream these slogans? Bharat tere tukde honge aur Kashmir ki azadi tak jang rahegi. Are there elements who are trying to mainstream these secessionist slogans?
Well, Gaurav, extremely rightly put. I would put it this way, that when Kanhaiya saw a lot of echoing and resonance when it came to Kolkata, his entire slogan was repeated here because of his party affiliation as well as the student affiliation in the state. Politics, as far as students are concerned, has been extremely high, hyperactive, as well as a mercurial imposition as well as impact that we've seen in the past when it comes to students' polity in West Bengal. Jadavpur University has almost been at the helm of affairs when it comes to such kind of politics. But let's talk to a few students who've been here for quite some time. Give me an idea on what is your connect with Gurmeher, and now that she's withdrawn from the campaign, what is your take on it?
I think she had been pressurized on this matter for the first thing, and then I think she shouldn't be trolled like this. Like, everybody has the constitutional right to say their own words, right? I can place my word anywhere in social media, unless and until it's obscene and offending you, I can place my words. But she had been trolled and very badly trolled for that matter.
Well, do you feel that even the students find a lot of resonance when it comes to connecting with Gurmeher and of course the entire issue? You say against the government you're an anti-national, or maybe if you are not in the same tandem, and the fact that there have been of course extremely not very welcoming remarks that have been coming even from the students.
Well, we have seen in the past that whenever any person they say anything against the government, they are termed as anti-national. It's been going on, and yes, many people have reacted adversely also against her. So you can't control anyone's opinion. But the thing is, when you are commenting on a social media, you should frame it right. Trolling someone won't help. You can criticize, but it should be in a very dignified manner. The way she was trolled, it's not at all welcome.
Well, of course, the trolling not welcoming, but the fact that many of the students
unacceptable.
stand with
Yes.
her in solidarity as well as in expressing their faith in her.
Okay, okay. I have some Delhi University students with me here. What's your name? Where do you study? And your take on these protests?
My name is Sonu Kumar. I am a study for Buddhist study MPhil student. This is मैं हिंदी में बोल लूँ?
हाँ, हिंदी में बोलिए.
सर ऐसा है ये प्रोटेस्ट जो है हमें नहीं लग रहा है जो किसी स्टूडेंट के भविष्य के लिए है. ये केवल अपने प्रोपेगेंडा के लिए है. जो भी प्रोपेगेंडा है इनका या तो विदेशों से है या जो भी कहें, आज तक कोई मतलब स्टूडेंट के फ्यूचर के लिए नहीं है.
नहीं तो ये बताइए, अगर एक 20 साल की छात्रा अपने दिल की बात कहती है तो उसको इस तरह से डराना धमकाना क्या ये सही है? और ये जो छात्र राजनीति इस समय यहाँ पर हो रही है, आप उसे किस दृष्टि से देखते हैं?
देखिए, सभी चीजों का एक एक प्लेटफॉर्म है. अगर कोई छात्रा को कोई धमका रहा है या डरा रहा है तो उसका उचित प्लेटफॉर्म यह है जो कि जहाँ वो कंप्लेन करे. पुलिस है, थाना है, एसपी है, डीएसपी है, डीएम ऑफिस है, सीएम ऑफिस है, नेशनल वुमेन्स कमीशन है. लेकिन ये रोड पे प्रोटेस्ट करना किसी को लेके आगे, ये अच्छा नहीं है.
धन्यवाद, आपने हमसे बात की. वी विल कंटिन्यू टू टॉक टू दीज यंगस्टर्स. Give me a minute. I want to once again cut across to Vidya in Mumbai. Vidya, now there are some students who say that, and like the youngster I was speaking to, he said that college is for education. We need to study. This is only political propaganda that's happening here. Okay, I seem to be having an issue with that audio link with Vidya in just a moment, but Kanhaiya Kumar, the former Jawaharlal Nehru Students' Union president, he's reacted to this controversy. He's spoken to my colleague Smita Sharma. Let's quickly listen into Kanhaiya.
Following the violence that played out at Ramjas College, tensions continue to prevail in Delhi University. And to talk about it, I'm joined here in Jawaharlal Nehru University by Kanhaiya Kumar. Kanhaiya, according to you, what really happened at Ramjas? What led to the violence?
See, there was a program called by English department of Ramjas College, and Umar Khalid was the speaker. I never say Umar Khalid because he is from JNU. Generally we call Umar. Umar was the speaker, and ABVP intervened that about that event, and college administration cancelled the program. Not program, but they have removed the name of Umar from the speakers list. After that, some students, common students, protested against this decision and against the ABVP's vandalism, and you can say the interjection. And there was a clash between two groups, and I have seen so many videos that ABVP people in the leadership of Satendra Ravana, they have attacked students, women students, teachers, journalists, and after that this protest have been going on, and there is a allegation by one student from DU because she took the stand against the ABVP and she is getting death threats and the rape.
No, but ABVP people are claiming that there were JNU students who joined the protests, who came in from outside, and they were the ones who started pelting stones. They were the ones who led to vandalism.
देखिए, ये तो एक बड़ी साजिश सी लगती है. क्यों ये conspiracy? Why this is a conspiracy? Because college administration organized that program. They have called Umar as a speaker, and ABVP intervened in the program. ABVP can protest. It is the democratic right of ABVP, they can protest. But when they were protesting, they have attacked the students, they have attacked the teachers. Now, when the issue became a big issue in the country after the intervention of so many media channels, now they are doing backtrack that we didn't anything. बट आप उसमें देखिए साफ साफ ये चीज़ आपको समझ में आएगी कि आप प्रोटेस्ट करने के लिए गए हैं, आप प्रोटेस्ट कीजिए, बाहर में खड़े होकर के आप झंडे दिखाइए, लेकिन आप हॉल में घुस करके स्टोन पेल्टिंग करते हैं, प्रोग्राम होने नहीं देते हैं। तो ये तो साफ साफ उसके एविडेंस मौजूद हैं, पुलिस के सामने में जो है पिटाई कर रहे हैं।
What is it about Umar?
अभी करेंगे। So stone pelting clearly unacceptable. Threats of violence, threat of rape, threat of murder clearly unacceptable. At the same time, what should also be equally unacceptable are slogans like भारत तेरे टुकड़े होंगे और कश्मीर की आजादी तक और बस्तर की आजादी तक जंग रहेगी. All of that also is clearly unacceptable. We will continue to track developments from the Khalsa College all across Delhi University and the rest of the country, and who's behind all of this student politics and its national ramifications. That remains our top focus story.